That's just the world we live in. And to get away from this junk for a week and a half, I felt like I was camping on the moon. It was awesome. And, you know, that's part of the reason why I was really going to take this phone and smash it outside. It's my phone. I paid for it. I was really going to take it outside and just boom, smash it on the sidewalk. But then I'm just like, because I mean, trust me, if I want another one, I just go buy another one. Really, I mean, it's not a $600 cell phone. Like, it's a nice phone. Don't get me wrong. It's not a little cheap little rinky dink phone. But I mean, it's not a $600 cell phone where I have to sit there and sign a 2-year contract and sit there and feed the Cookie Monster for 2 years. I don't have to do that. I mean, I just pay for it straight up, and that's it. So I mean, walking out back and smashing it in a million pieces and just waiting, I don't know, however long to buy a new one or whatever, whenever I feel, whatever. I mean, it's no big deal. I'm not under a contract. It is what it is. If I stop paying my bill, then that's it. Okay, goodbye. I don't get hit with a late fee or any nothing. No, it doesn't mess with my credit or nothing. I mean, I pay my bills regardless. I'm not scared of a contract. It's not that I've got wrapped up in a contract and all of a sudden. I mean, sure, I had that setback where something happened to my phone and I got pummeled with like an $800 cell phone bill, but I paid that off. That's what I do. I pay my bills, man. I mean, when I had my own place and stuff, I was always like on top of stuff, and I was never the type of person to just kind of skip out on something and try to squeeze it into whatever. I mean, I did. I really sacrificed because I was a young dude when I moved out on my own. I mean, I was pretty much. I mean, technically I wasn't a teenager, but I mean, you may as well say I pretty much was. It was close enough. I was close. I was as close to a teenager as you could possibly be without actually being a teenager, technically. But really, I mean, I was a young dude when I moved out, and I stayed out. So, I mean, all my friends were just basically out doing their own thing, and hey, man, I had bills to pay. I had rent. I didn't have time, man. I went to work, and this and that. So, and I didn't really have perks. Like I could just go to if I was running low on food, I just go home and eat dinner with my family. No, I mean if I didn't have something, I went without it. So nonetheless, I mean, oh, of course I'm not complaining about it. I'm just letting you know how it was. But yeah, so I mean, I'm definitely not the kind of person to sit there and just kind of you know um do that to myself. I'm pretty much more responsible. So a contract phone does not scare me at all, like not one bit. That's trust me. I've you know I know what it's like. It's a it yeah. So but it's just the point of the contract. It's just signing off for 2 years, and then you just feel trapped. You feel like a slave. Like you're just signing off your freedom to this company, and then once your contract runs out, you just feel like you stepped out of prison. You're just the air smells different, and it's just like I've never been to prison, obviously, but you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, whatever. You know, you're just boom. It's just right there. It's like the door's open, and I'm just like, dude. You know, so I mean, obviously I still owe money for paying my contract, but I mean that's no problem. I'll pay that off, and then we're done. So I mean that's no problem. That'll get cut off in one shot. I'm just waiting for for them to send me a bill. So, but that'll be taken care of. That's no problem. So yeah, I actually had to break the contract because something. So I had kind of hit a brick wall with Sprint. Like I said, the whole password. Like I just the Apple phone. I mean, I liked it. I guess in a way. Again, I don't care about these stupid cell phones. But for a cell phone, it was decent. Whatever. I mean, I was used to it. I knew my way around it. I was like a whiz on it. I could do. There wasn't too much I couldn't do on the cell phone. There's a couple things that I didn't know how to do only because I didn't care enough to do them, so I just didn't do them. But I mean, I pick up on things pretty quick. So, I mean, so, I mean, it is what it is. So it doesn't take a genius to work a cell phone. It really, really doesn't. But yeah. So yeah. I mean, 2-year contract. It is what it is. So I don't really owe that much money on that cell phone, anyways. You know, um, but uh, whatever. So yeah, I just paid that off, and then that's it. Obviously, I still have my same phone number. I told you that before. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna change it. You know, um, I'm the reason I'm gonna keep this number is because I mean it's one way that you can get a hold of me when you're ready, and you will be ready someday. And I'm not sitting here trying to force nothing down anybody's throat. I'm just saying like I'm gonna keep the number, so maybe one day when you're ready, you won't have to sit there and hop on the internet and search for me. You could sit there and you know I mean, search is easy enough. It's no big deal. Is it like $5 or something? Probably. I mean, there's probably ways you could search people for free that I'm not even aware of. I mean, so I think that's pretty much how I found. I think I did have to pay the service. I mean, I went out and I bought myself a laptop, and that's definitely what it wasn't a laptop. It was like, what was it, a notebook? So I don't even know what it was. That wasn't a laptop, but it was like a laptop ish. So it was like a notebook or something. I don't even know what it was. I don't even have it anymore. But that's pretty much how I found you. And there was a site on the internet. I don't remember what it was called. And I was actually looking for you. I was looking for other people too, my friends, and for some reason I don't know. Your mom was looking for me for some reason. I don't even know why, but because when you go on that site, it shows people that look for you. Um, and it was her because I'm not gonna sit here and mention what town she was in, but I mean I pretty much know what the town is, and I mean come on now, you know. So I don't know. She was looking for me for some reason. I don't know why, but nonetheless, you know, I was looking for you, and that's how I found you. And it took it took a year, but I finally got that email, and it was just a random email out of nowhere. It was like on the weekend sometime. It was on a Sunday, I think, and it was just some email that came to my phone. I was like, "Who is this?" So I was like, "Whoa, that's my daughter," and that's how I tracked you down on Facebook. So then that's when I reached out to you. Yeah, and it was through that website. Um, I know the name of the website. I'm not gonna put it out there though. It's nobody's business. But it was a website where people pretty much look for other people, and so I was looking for some friends from that I went to high school with, some other people, just out of curiosity. That was all. I wasn't really I wasn't really trying to hunt somebody down or anything. But I was, yeah, you. But besides you, no one. You know. Um, for you, I was on a mission. I was a bloodhound, man. But for other people, I just kind of got sidetracked for a couple of minutes. I'm like, I may as well look this person up and that person up and da da da, whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, I was zoning in on you. I was gonna find you one way or another, whether you were 13, 23, 33, or 53. I didn't care, man. I was gonna find you, you know. Um, so and it just so happened that what happened at that point in time. So that's what happened. Um, yeah, trust me, I was not gonna go my whole life. No, 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 no. You're my daughter, and I knew you were out there, and I didn't, just trust me. Trust me, I was just waiting. I was just waiting because I ran out of options, and I was just waiting for time to pass, and then I jumped on it. So trust me. Hmm. But